at the animal interaction area, Keeper Lucas today has brought over 2 of our African penguins for a meet and greet session. Anytime over the next 15 minutes, okay folks, we can come on up to say hello to, who do we have here today? Bella and Lenny, 2 of our slightly older veterans here at the zoo. Pair of African penguins. We can come up to learn more about them and take photos right up close, folks. The closest you'll get to any penguins here at Singapore Zoo. As I said, over the next 15 minutes, okay? I'm afraid our penguins have to head home or rejoin their family at 9:30. Right here at the restaurant, we'll have more animals joining us at that time as well. So free and easy whenever you like, plenty of time with a small crowd here over the next 15 minutes. Come on up, chat to Lucas and say hello to Bella and Lenny. We have our star photographer on hand as well, who to help you make some memories as we get closer to our African penguins. But well, as we do come a little bit closer to them, I'm sure we'll all be quite taken with how adorable these little penguins are. I'm afraid though we will not be able to reach out and pet them today. Our African penguins in fact are pretty friendly, almost too friendly, and lacking hands, they use their beaks to explore and play. We want to avoid any accidental nips to anyone's fingers, okay? As the penguins have pretty sharp beaks. So as we come forward to say hello to them, please do not reach out to pet them.
Napakano naman nila. Behave.
Saan tayo?
Bigat mo po. Ah!
Hindi tayo ako eh. Marinit yung tayo ako.
Mag-ano ko nga. Yung kumpero.
Sudoku. Mabasa pa yun. Hindi ka pwede sa buffet sa lunch pag ganyan yung kain mo. Kunti.
Masarap yung ano nila kasi hindi masyadong ikaw.
Ano yun? Postcard din sa loob. May fried rice ka ba dito?
Wala.
Itabi mo yung fork and spoon mo pag ano ka, hindi mo huwag isama sa plates mo kasi kukunin nila mo yung yogurt.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Teka lang pala matahap. Ano yung talaga ito?
Anak mo yun.
Yung natin kainin. Butas?
Pulpas agad.
Dapat yun ang una yung butas eh. Yun yung tamang way na kakain daw. Mauna dapat ang butas.
Kaya sabi ko nga salad kanina ah.
Kasi siya yung kung nagpapasunaw ng yan, hinintay ka na ni Kuya, kukunin sana ni Kuya. Alam niyo, yung coffee mo, busin mo. Parang masarap yung Kuya Mat nila.
So yung apple juice.
May apple juice sila? Saan ganda?
Ayun na siya next sa coffee. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sapa?
cellphone ko sana kasi naka-attach yung aking live.
Ba dyan?
Oo. Naka-hotspot ako eh. Walang data ko yung ano eh. Yung tawag ko. Baka sensitive naman ng cellphone ko. Kunting touch lang sa screen eh. Ano? Kunting touch lang ba sa mga button-button? Ano na nagko-close na yung screen niya.
Bakit offline ako? Wala mo eh.
Saka ng ano?
Mobile data daw.
Oh, baka nag-expire na. Baka nag-expire na yung data mo.
Ano nag-expire na? Nakakaano ko lang, hindi mo?
Kailan?
Last week. Anong yung hati kayo din yan?
Kailan pa ganito?
Oo. Tingnan natin dito. Diba? Tingnan mo yung bata ng coffee na.
All right now, ladies and gentlemen, here at the Outlet Restaurant, our African Penguin photography session. We've just got about 5 minutes left with Bella and Lenny, the two African penguins up front for their photography session. They'll be headed home to the Animal Behavior Center, as I mentioned, at 9:30, okay? So if anyone here has yet to meet Bella or Lenny, do come on up, chat to the keeper, Lucas, and find out more about them, take some photos before they go home. Over at the Animal Behavior Center, folks, which is just across the way from the Army Restaurant, we might want to drop by to have a look at the rest of our African penguin family, and in fact catch them at their most active. At 1:30 p.m. we'll have a bit of a feeding session and keeper chat, where you may learn more about Bella, Lenny, and the rest of their family.
Ano mo ba? Pang second batch. Second batch. Second batch na second batch. Busog na daw siya.
Sabi ko lang nakapicture ako.
Ang sarap po eh. Ha? Iwan?
Ano po ba lang?
Okay.
Hindi dapat piniluto. Ilagay mo dyan.
Yung mga pwede mahilig sa ano yun. Yung mga dip, ano ba? Yung kanila, masarap naman. Sosis na, well, sosis na plato eh. Pinaganda na yung pangalan. At dog na plato eh. Penguin pala yun. Makita ng malapitan ng penguin.
Masarap nga yung view nila, no?
Malayo na yung maabot natin mamaya sa breakfast natin. Kahit mag-late lunch na tayo mamaya. Kami tayo kakain.
Gabi ka naman, hindi pa nga tayo tapos mag-breakfast. Dosing ka na ni Kulasa.
Mag-dinner na to sila dito ako sa brunch na to. Marami na. Gusto mo yung ano, butterfly wine?
Yung kalahati lang. Ay, gusto ko naman.
Ang ganda pa yung sumay nila. Ang ganda ba rin? Tinikpan mo to?
Yes.
Ano?
At yung blueberries.
Ano yan? Mango?
All right. So once again, ladies and gentlemen, now crowd here at the Owning Restaurant has grown. A very good morning to you all, starting off your day here at the Singapore Zoo with breakfast in the wild. We're wrapping up our African penguin photography session. Keeper Lucas, thank you very much, Lucas. It's bringing Bella and Lenny home over to the Animal Behavior and Enrichment Center just across the way. All right, that way from the Owning Restaurant. Now, as I mentioned, we'll be meeting a lot more animals here at breakfast in the wild, folks. And at this point, you may keep your seats, alright, enjoy your breakfast, and our animal friends will be coming right up front. And I'll be telling you more about them, and then we'll come forward to get a closer look at some of them and have a feel as well, not of all of them, but of some scales today. Now, with any animal that we might be coming into direct contact with, though, here at the zoo, folks, please, of course, be very gentle, alright, with them, and generally, you want to give them gentle strokes just on the body, alright, avoiding their head and their tail, barring any feeding sessions you might have lined up later on today. So this first animal that we will be able to have a little pet of for folks is, well, as I said, a reptile. We'll have a few of some scales covering our black and white tegu. An unusual species of lizard here is Oreo, coming in with keeper Esther. Now, Oreo, as I said, the black and white tegu is actually an Argentine species from South America. Perfectly suited to tropical sunny Singapore. They're found living on the forest floor of the rainforest, and in fact, Oreo's beautiful color and pattern help him to camouflage into the leaf litter where dappled sunlight hits the forest floor as well. That's where tegus find all of their food, or most of their food. Fallen fruit is in fact our tegu's preferred diet. So later on, as we come forward to meet the animals, folks, well, we do have a selection of freshly cut food here at the restaurant. Please do not bring any food along with you as we meet the animals, okay? Now we'll have, as I said, gentle strokes of Oreo's back right up front here, and his little interaction area with keeper Esther, who will be happy to tell you more about these lizards. Alright, now coming in we have some neighbors of our tegu from Brazil this time. A couple of very colorful, very loud and intelligent parrots. Blue folks to go by the names of Fred and Spare with keeper Robin today. As I say, native to South America and the Amazon rainforest this time, well, macaws are famous for their calls and their intelligence. Highly social animals with very large, powerful beaks. Now, macaws generally feed on nuts and seeds. In fact, some of the hardest nuts found in the world, in the old age of Brazil, were able to crack open with absolute ease. Just like our penguins, folks. They are very playful, alright, but they do use those beaks to explore and play, and I'm afraid we're going to have to keep our hands down and away from our feathered friends. We'll learn more about Fred and Spare and take plenty of photos of and with them, of course, over at the animal interaction area, just by where we saw our African penguins earlier on. And keeper Robin here will be happy to tell you more about these two veterans of our Into the Wild animal presentation. Thanks very much, Robin. And well, joining Fred and Spare over at the animal interaction area for our feathered friends. We've got a very unusual bird joining us here at breakfast. A bird of prey. We've got here is our Bengal eagle owl, folks, coming in with keeper Fiona. At this point, some of you might be wondering what on earth an owl is doing out and about for breakfast. Well, these animals are actually known to be diurnal. Eagle owls, as you can see, have orange eyes. And generally, the color of an owl's eyes mirror the color of the sun and the sky when they are hunting. For owls, like Rita, hunt at dawn and dusk. Owls with yellow eyes tend to hunt at midday. Owls that were probably most familiar with nocturnal ones and darker brown or even black eyes. As with all the birds that we've seen already, folks, well, we will not be able to give Rita a pet, as her feathers are actually very soft and delicate. Alright, we need to avoid potentially damaging them. We'll take photos of it with Rita just by Fred and Spare over at the animal interaction area. As you can see, she's quite eager to head right over for her photos. Thanks, Fiona. And now I'm sure we've noticed our orangutans up in the trees, and to introduce them today, Natasha, our orangutan keeper.
Hello everyone, I hope you guys are having a good breakfast. I would like to introduce you guys to 3 of our orangutans. first one down is Putra. Putra is a 10-year-old male Sumatran orangutan. Second one is Kanza. Kanza is an 8-year-old female born in orangutan. And last one down is Salama. Salama is a 15-year-old female born in orangutan as well. So currently in the zoo, we have 2 types of orangutans, both Borneans as well as Sumatrans. So what is the difference? Very, very simple. You just look at their color. Sumatrans are more like orange color, while Borneans are more dark brown color. So if you like to see more orangutans, do visit them at our Sumatran hut. Our orangutan island has a free ranging zone, all situated behind this restaurant. So if you guys have any questions, do feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Thank you, everyone.
And thank you as well, Natasha, for introducing us to Kanza, Putra, and Saloma. At this point, I'm sure we're all very keen to meet all of our animal friends folks. So you may rise, okay? Come over towards my left, please, where we can form a short queue just in front of Esther and Oreo, right up front. We can have a little bit of our scaly tickle friend before we head over to our orangutan photos, which I do recommend folks trying to get our primate encounter, our orangutan photography session in earlier rather than later. Now, you notice that our orangutans came down from up in the trees. At any point, Kanza, Putra, or Saloma, probably Kanza, they are free to hit that up as well. Okay? All animal interactions, photography sessions here at the zoo are run based on our animals' voluntary participation. Plenty of time though, everyone, until 10 a.m. to get an orangutan photo in, have a view of our tickle, and meet our feathered friends, the owl and parrots.
Okay, off ko na.